had a message. I wanted to make things really abundantly clear. I try to be, even though sometimes I say some crazy stuff, it's never crazy stuff about anything that I'm reviewing. I want to be perfectly clear about how I review things. And by the way, I do recommend a lot of old lenses. I got over 2,600 videos up. Now, it doesn't matter what you recommend. Even if you recommend the best of something, usually someone will come back complaining. It's like if you recommend, I don't know, like the highest rated car, whatever, it's a Toyota Corolla or something like that. Somebody's going to be upset. I've actually been shocked myself that over 2,600 videos that the lenses that I recommend, I'm really like batting 100%. Some people, if someone gets a bad lens that's broken or something, obviously that's no issue with me. I've really, I could almost count on two hands after countless tens of thousands of purchases, and the number of people that said, this lens wasn't for me and I swapped it out. Literally, I can basically count it, that's no exaggeration, on two hands. So, I would have thought that it would be much, much higher than that, because no matter what it is that you recommend, ultimately we're talking about an art form here too. A lens could be really, really awesome, and someone's just like, well, that's just not the look that I was going for. Kind of like choosing paint for your house. You can't choose paint for somebody's house. It's like, well, I don't like that. Personal preferences are personal preferences. We're ultimately talking about an art form. So actually, over all this time and these 2,600 videos, I've been incredibly shocked that the happiness has been insanely high. Like, here's one lens, the 135 millimeter, and this isn't the 2.8. I've been recommending the 2.8. This is just the same thing, except in 3.5. I must have had a bazillion people buy this cheap, inexpensive, this is a 4-element count lens, by the way. This is an old manual focus lens off my recommendation. Everybody's just so incredibly happy, and I just see all these people that have joined the Flickr board for this lens, and they're posting incredible pictures. The Nikon 100mm, people are so insanely happy. Now all these other YouTube photography channels are recommending it. I just noticed a new guy who does photography videos. I can't remember his name. He has two of his fingernails are painted, and he's kind of he's a really good photographer. I can't think of his name, but anyway, he just made a video recommending the Nikon 100mm. I'm pretty sure that I had something to do with that for sure, as well as some other channels in the past year or so. Just stuff like that. It doesn't matter if it's new or old. And by the way, any recommendation, I've noticed actually that these people absolutely don't matter at all, because they're the worst places on earth. Let's just pretend that I don't exist, which is fine. Flat out, the worst places on earth are the cockroaches that actually hang out on these photography forum boards. I know for a fact that there's a dozen of them. For an absolute fact that they must live in their basement. They literally pound the keyboard 24 hours a day. If anybody thinks that I'm like selling old lenses on eBay, I'll give $10,000 to anybody that can go find a lens that I'm selling on any board or any like eBay or any place to sell a lens. If anybody thinks that I'm anyhow like hoarding lenses and then like highly recommending them and selling them, I'll give you $10,000. Go find something like that. I don't sell lenses to anybody. You never catch me selling a lens to anybody. I have people all the time, they say, I saw in your video you got 6 copies of that lens. Will you sell me one? The answer is always no. No. Absolutely no. So, those people are evil. They make up a lot of BS, but I will remind them of one thing, okay? I don't make any money off of any new lens or any old lens. I don't sell lenses to anybody. Those keyboard warriors that sit in their basement and they're cockroaches, which is what they are. They're flat out cockroaches. I don't sell anything, and I certainly don't have a preference of old versus new. Like the new Fuji X-T2, this is the latest thing on the block. I've been praising the hell out of it because it deserves praise. When the Nikon D500 came out, a totally new piece of merchandise, I have a lot of older cameras like the Nikon D3, D700, which I praise really highly because they deserve praise. They're incredible values to own. I recommend great value, and it doesn't matter if it's new or old. Now, I've made a list, which I made a video about a few days ago, with the 10 laws of lenses. and they're hardcore and irrefutable. I've said that there was only three improvements in the past 25 years, basically, on lenses: image stabilization, autofocus, and wide lenses. Anything below 28 millimeters, which is where the borderline is, there have been serious improvements. I've been praising this lens endlessly. It's plastic and it is made right there in China. 24mm 1.8G. I've recommended a bazillion people to buy for wide-angle work the 20mm 1.8G. All of these are modern lenses. This one just came out, what, a year and a half ago? You know, I'm not about, oh, he only recommends old lenses. He's just living in nostalgia. No, I recommend the best value. Both of these, this is very, very new, and this is this isn't very old. I got a video series here in a week or two on cooked triplets. I made a video about that yesterday. That is a 133-year-old lens design. Meyer Gerlitz just came out with a new... That lens makes pictures that will make your brain melt. They're so beautiful. That is a 133-year-old lens design. You can't reinvent the damn wheel. You know, if anybody thinks that he's nostalgic for old lenses, he's got a lot of them and he thinks the new stuff is crap. You mean like this new piece of crap sitting on the table here that I've been praising endlessly, the Fuji X-T2? Then I made the first videos on the Nikon D500, okay? When it came out, I told everybody this camera will be the basis for comparison, and I was 100% correct. 100%. I said this camera will be a legend. People will now be comparing every damn camera that comes out to the Nikon D500. That is exactly what the hell has happened. Exactly. I was 100%. I mean, I was flooding YouTube with all sorts of videos about the D500. I was the first person doing it. Same thing on the Fuji X-T2. I mean, I was making tons of videos, and I've even done like 12 tutorial videos on the Fuji X-T2. Everybody happy. If anybody thinks that my reviews are irrelevant or incorrect, well, my feedback says otherwise. My feedback is even far better than I would have dared dream. Because look, I know what I look like. You know, sometimes I cuss a little bit, fat, bald, and ugly. I'm obviously nothing to look at, am I? You know, do you think I'm stupid? The guy that translates ancient Greek and writes books on field theory? Doesn't matter how much anybody hates me. Do you think I'm stupid? Not only am I not stupid, I'm incredibly wise. I've got more experience than the top 20 YouTube photographers combined on lenses. Far more than all, let's just say the top 30. I'll go that far. I got more experience with more lenses, testing and use than all of them combined. My recommendations are logical, valid, intelligent, and verifiable. How are they verifiable? My feedback on these lenses is astronomically high. Far better than even I had even dared believe possible, because it doesn't matter what you recommend. Like I said, since this is an art form, it's like saying, you need blue paint on these walls. You know, it's a person's choice as far as the lens output is very personal. You know, so you can't choose someone's underwear. It's like, these are the most comfortable. It's like, yo, you're a fat dude. You know, I'm a skinny chick or something like that. You know, obviously those are no good for me. So stuff like that is very subjective. It's like, this is the best hamburger. Well, you know, that's taste. Tastes are different. And when it comes to lenses, you know, we're almost pretty much talking the same thing here. My feedback has been astronomically high. Astronomically high. I mean, really way beyond. It still amazes me how high it is. Because I know I'm a bit, I'm really not angry at all. I like being helpful. Because making these videos and answering all the emails, I mean, I didn't go to bed last night until 6:30 in the morning. And I woke up at like 1 p.m. today, you know? And really, honest to God, I mean, if you want to know what I make doing this, it's absolutely, including donations, like someone sends me $2 or $5. It's literally right around, it varies. At Christmas time last year, it got really high. For some reason, everybody got really giving, and everything combined was like $950. That was astronomically high. It averages around $600 to $800. Everything combined per month. So I'm making about $1 an hour. I'm not doing this for the money, and I'm sure as hell not selling used lenses to anybody. If anybody thinks that, they're a liar and they're a scumbag. Yeah, you're right. If anybody thinks that I'm selling these lenses, and I've heard people saying that on these disgusting these roach motels, oh, he's just talking up new old lenses because he's hoarding them and selling them. Yeah, $10,000 to anybody that can prove me selling a lens to anybody. Never happened. I will make a disclaimer. I sold two really, really cheap, like $40 Nikon lenses a year and a half ago to a guy on eBay. They were very cheap. The total on both of those lenses, like, I just don't need these lenses, I'm going to sell them. Both of those lenses combined were like, I think, $120. So they're really, really cheap lenses. So that was a year and a half ago. I sold those anonymously on eBay. So that one incident did happen. I will confess to that. We're talking about $60 a piece lenses. Hadn't sold a lens since then. Okay? So, the Roach Motel was wrong. You know, all those people who think I'm selling anything, no. And whether it's old or new, it doesn't matter. Good is good and bad is bad. Now, they've absolutely had a hissy fit about me talking about how horrible this new Nikon lens is. People, I kept making so many positive videos forever on Nikon that people were calling me a hardcore Nikon fanboy. As if it's anything Nikon makes, it's awesome. It's like, it's got Nikon's name on it. It's awesome! I'm never that person. Whether it's Fuji or Nikon or anybody else, I don't care whose name was on it. It's good, it's good, it's bad, it's bad. The new Nikon lens is bad. I proved that it's bad. How did I prove it's bad? I proved that it has swirly bokeh. That's been confirmed all over the damn place. I confirmed that it has cat's eye bokeh. That's been confirmed all over the place. I confirmed that it is a horrible choice for black and white photographers because it does have de facto bad micro contrast. That has not been confirmed everywhere, but it's been confirmed by other people, increasingly so. Now, if somebody likes the lens output on that horribly flat lens, fine, I don't give a damn, buy it, you know? I will note to you, however, that the two Nikon ambassadors that posted some images on that lens, the one most recently radically photoshopped the hell out of them, okay? And the one before that, we caught a little bit of a switcheroo. You posted the originals and switched them. Yeah, you see, I don't do that, and I'm not affiliated with Nikon. Nikon, I'm probably sure, hates my guts, even though I like highly recommend that. I must have probably sold, not myself, not that I got any money, I must have sold, by God, tens of thousands of Nikon D500s on all those reviews I did. Love that camera. That camera's going nowhere. Okay? So here I run along and I make a bad review. Not a bad review, it's a totally valid review. A review that is bad about the Nikon, the newest 105 f1.4. It's bad because it's bad. Even if it were an $800 lens, it's not the price. You think the guy that owns nearly 200 lenses has an issue with buying a lens? It's not the price. Even if that lens were $800, I wouldn't recommend it. My reviews are based upon what I see. They're logical conclusions. If I make a statement about a lens, I will give you evidence and substantiation for it. I am not addicted to old versus new. I am addicted to best versus crap. Okay? If it's good, it's good. If it's a great value, it's a great value. This is an $800 lens. It just came out like a year and a half ago. Love it to death. Recommended it highly. I am not for old and against new. There's absolutely zero proof in 2,600 videos that I'm like, for new crap, for old stuff, and against new stuff. Zero evidence for that. Zero. Zip, zilch, zero, nada. So that is a video that I wanted to make. And thanks for watching. Okay? And all of those countless tens of thousands of people that bought lenses off my recommendations that have been happier than a worm in a pile of poo, I am happy. That makes me happy. And if anybody else wants to make 2,600 videos on photography and gear lens recommendations, let's see you go for it. That sounds good. You get to that right away, okay? But make sure that you have the experience to know what you're talking about. And, fix lenses and own more lenses than God over 20 years. First, make sure you do that before you make the videos, because then you'll be talking out of your fanny, because you'll be talking about stuff that you don't know anything about, okay? I don't sell lenses. I make recommendations based upon value, output, quality, many other factors, and that's that. Thanks, bye.